Hey everybody, welcome back to Thistle Hill Farmstead and welcome back to day 3 of our 4-plank horse fence build around our chicken coop area. If you joined us for the first video, which was pretty lengthy, we pulled up the old posts, took the wire off, pulled up the old posts, put new posts in. Now we put these planks on the front. I've got to do this section over here. Let me spin you around. Right here, a little section left to do. And then I also want to straighten up this corner piece here that for some reason, I think when I pulled the fence, it got out of alignment. I had diagonal bracing, wire bracing on here before. And when we had our horse in here, he took his hooves and I don't know what he was doing. But anyway, he wound up breaking the diagonal wire, which is really what holds these corner posts corner posts plumb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this back with the tractor, kind of like I did on the one on the other end if you watched the first video. But this time I'm going to put a diagonal post in here. I've got all the posts that I pulled up from the fence. So I'm going to maybe stick a diagonal post in there to hold that in place because it does have quite a bit of tension on the wire. So let's do that first, and then once we get the corner post straightened up, then we'll start putting the planks on the last part of the fence. Then we can cut the tops off and then detail the tops and then put the face boards on. We still got quite a bit to do. So let's get at it. Enough chit chat. So here you can see how much this post has been pulled over. I left these boards not screwed, at least some of them. And you can see at the top here, it's pulled over a good 2 or 3 inches, I guess. And you can see the post actually leaning a bit this way. So I'm going to take the tractor, pull this back, and then we'll put a diagonal brace this way so that if this tries to push back, it's pushing on the bottom of that other post. All right, I've got my post that I want to use, and this should be long enough. What I'm going to do is go from the corner of that down to the bottom. So I'm gonna get the chainsaw and I'm gonna cut some notches in it, cut it to length, and then we'll pull everything up straight and jam her in there. No, it still doesn't look like it's moving a whole lot. I can see it's pulling my pin out here, which so I guess it is moving some. I want to really pull. Maybe I should pull from back here. See if I can have any effect on it. I want both of these to come back. Let's see. I've got enough juice. Well, I think that's probably about all I'm going to get out of it. The tractor doesn't want to pull it. It's so wet, it's just spinning. Okay, let's leave it at that. And we'll go inside and see if we can put our post there. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Oh, I need to cut this bad boy. Let me angle the end a bit. All righty. That'll do it. Oh. Whew. I thought I had the chain brake on when I cranked this up. That's the reason it went so wide open, which I didn't mean to do. Normally, when the chain brake is on, it keeps it from running away like that. All right, let's let the tension off now and see how far it goes back. Hopefully not far. It's pretty good. It'll work. That's all we can do right now. It's still a little off, as you can see by these boards here. So what I may do is take one of these scrap pieces and just slide behind there. I think that'll take up the slack that I need to make it straight. Whoa, that was got bent somehow. Get rid of that one. All right, let's see. Actually, these look pretty darn straight. It's like at the very top where that's off. So let me get the short board. A short scrap. Put up here. Maybe it needs to be shorter than that, because this one, I think it's going to be all right. Let's see how long this needs to be. All right there. Well, let's try that and see what happens. Oops, it may need to go up. This is my 7-inch spacer block. I'm going to use it to get the distance between there. All right. It's hard to tell. Let me put a screw in that and see if that one needs to come out. Or let's see what we got. I think I have a level over here. All right, let's see how we're doing. You know, that's not off by much. Just a smidge. Just a smidge, but I wonder. Let's see how far that pole is off. Well, it's not off by much either. Maybe I do need a full board underneath there. Let me try it and see what it looks like. Is that going to be long enough to catch them all? Maybe a little longer than that. This one should do pretty good. All right. Get it in behind there. All right, let's try that. Okay. Let's see what we got. Yeah, these look pretty good. The top one is still pulled in a little bit, but it's just going to have to be that way. And this bottom one over here looks like it's a little wacky. Maybe I need to put a little board behind it. Right down there. It's really pulled in. The rest of them look okay. Let me see if I can find a little piece to stick behind here. Yeah, that probably needs to come out about that far. Okay, I got this piece here. Maybe that'll work. No. Let's see. This one didn't back out. Where's my 7-inch block? All right. Yeah, that looks a little better. Alrighty. Yeah, that looks good. All right, let's start putting our posts on the other, our boards on. So that side of the fence is done now. We just gotta, and that side is done. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here and cut these tops of these posts off. Now I've got a jig that I made to do that. And this is it right here. And what it does is it just fits over the top. Now, this has the wire on the back of it, so I have to make sure that I can get it around the wire. There we go. And it just sits down on the top rail like that, and I put my saw on it and saw that off. Gives me a perfect 4-inch cut every time. And here's a little closer look at that jig that I made. It's just a couple of boards that, like I said, set over the back and the front of the boards with a little height here. And I made this for my saw. So if you make one, you have to measure the distance from the shoe to the blade of your saw to get your proper dimension. And then, speaking of saws, here is my saw. It is a Milwaukee, I believe it's a 10-inch or 14, yeah, 10 1/4 inch saw. It's a pretty big boy. I need that to be able to cut through those 4-inch posts. So I bought this specifically for the fence, and it's done a lot. So far, we've got over 400 posts, maybe about 450 posts, and it's cut the top off of every one of them. It is does take a 20 amp circuit, so I had to get a larger generator to run it when I was out in the field. I have a plug here, and I'm hoping, and it's a 20 amp circuit, so I'm hoping it's gonna do this as long as I've got enough extension cord. I did buy a rather hefty extension cord. You see it laying there. This orange one, it is rated for 20 amp. So let's see if with the cord on the saw and the extension cord, if I've got enough room to reach over here. Probably not enough room to get all the way over to these on the back side over here, but I'm hoping I can at least get to these. I'll try another extension cord for these couple. I don't know, it may get hot. We'll see. We'll try it. Let's get at it. I think I'm barely gonna have enough cord to reach down here to this first one. We'll try it. I do have my ear protection on and eye protection because this thing's loud and it slings sawdust everywhere. Okay, so we've got two more things to do before we're finished. The first is to put our face boards on, and that's a 4-foot board that covers our seams. So these are not long enough, but I'll demonstrate what the face board is. So it goes here. Hey, that one's almost long enough, but they're all 4 foot in length. So that goes on here. So we have to do that for all the posts, and then we'll do the 45-degree trim on the top of the posts, and then we'll be finished. So let me count my posts and cut my face boards, and then we'll start attaching them. So I counted up how many face boards I'm going to need, and I'm going to need 22, I believe, if I counted right. And I've got 4 full-length 16-foot boards, so that'll give me 16 out of that, 4 out of each board. And then I've got these 3 that I cut for the gate. That'll give me 4 more, so 3 more, so 19. That one's broken. That would have been 20, but that one's broken. And I've got one more board over there that I had left over from another build. So I think out of all of them, I'm gonna have it covered. So let's start trimming these up. These are actually a little longer than 4 feet, so I'm gonna trim these up here. Again, I've got my ear protection, eye protection, gloves, everything I need to be safe. So let's see what we can do here. And I do have these, I've already marked these. And again, these don't have to be precise. I'm not building a cabinet. But I do want them to be about the same length. Let's see here if I can get these lined up. Maybe I can cut 2 at one time. Come on. There we go. Let's see. Let me see if I can get something under that to take the stress off of it. Use some of these leftover fence tops, fence post tops. Maybe one more will do it. Yep, that should do it. All right, 2 more. Whew. All right, let's start putting some face boards on. Alrighty now, look at there. We got everything done except I need to trim the tops of the posts to match the rest of the fence. We put a little chamfer on the top of these square posts. I'm not going to do anything to those round ones, obviously. So let me get my stool, my saw. I'll bring you up close and show you how I do that. Okay, to chamfer the top of these poles, I've got me a little stool that I stand on, and I've got my saw, and what I do is twist it over to 45 degrees. I have a little fence here that goes onto it, and then that allows me just to cut those without any kind of measurements. So let me show you how this works. Well, that happens sometimes. You get a block jammed in there, but not often. There you go. Okay, there you go. That one slipped a little bit there just because I was trying to stay out of the way of the camera. And I didn't finish cutting that. Come on now. Very nice. There we go. All right, let me do another one. I'll back up a little bit so I can kind of do it the way I normally do without the camera being in the way. All right, there we go. So get my bench, drag it over, hop up, one, two, three, and four. There we go. Quick as that. Now I just got say 20 or so more to do. Well, there you go, from start to finish. Taking down the old chicken coop fence and replacing it with this 4-plank fence with the 4x6 posts here, and then cut to length with our jig, and then chamfered on the top to give us a nice look. We got our face boards here all the way down. Yeah, I think it turned out really nice. Even this part where we had to do the brace inside here wound out working pretty well to try to straighten up these corners after I pulled on them. All right. Hey, so that's it, guys. we're finished up with this project. Once again, another fence project on the farm. If you watched both videos, thank you so much for hanging in there with us. I hope this helped you out if you're planning on building a horse fence. Man, it's very windy. The two videos that I went through shows you every step from marking the holes, laying out the holes, drilling the holes, putting the posts in, leveling and plumbing the posts up, putting the, we pull this woven wire back across. Obviously you don't have to do that with a normal horse fence, but we had it here for the chickens anyway. That helps out to keep the predators out from around the coop. And putting the face boards on, the planks, the face boards, trimming the poles. Yeah, that was it. So if you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. It helps me out, helps the channel out. Put the comments down below in the comments section if you saw something I could have done better or differently, or if you liked something I saw. Comments are always welcome, good and bad. And that'll be it for this one. Thanks again for joining us here at Thistle Hill Farmstead. We'll see you next time.